What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy.
I'm Michael.
And we're here to react to...
Twisted Metal.
No. Although I did
It has Sweet Tooth, so this must be Twisted Metal.
No.
Then
It's
I don't
Sweet
know.
Tooth.
Uh-huh.
Although I did see a Twisted Metal Funko Pop someplace. I want to say it was Marshall's, and I came this close to buying it.
Was it a Sweet Tooth?
It was a giant Sweet Tooth.
Oh,
one of the big ones.
Oh, cool.
And I was like... I was pushing Evan in the stroller. And if Katie wasn't with us, that was coming home.
Okay.
So...
Cool. So this is not about a video game. This is about...
This is Jeff Lemire's graphic novel from Vertigo. I think it came out in 2009.
Okay.
I just want you to see the reaction to the trailer because this is going to be interesting, and then we'll get into it.
Okay.
So
let's go.
it's, from what I understand, if I remember correctly, Robert Downey Jr. helped produce it or helped it get it started, and it's interesting. We'll get into that later. It's on Netflix and not HBO Max.
Okay.
So 3, 2.
Some stories start at the beginning. Ours begins here.
What the?
To like whale?
That's what it's for.
No one knew which came first. The hybrids or the virus? But that question would become the biggest mystery of our lifetime. This is a story about a very special boy. A boy we come to know as Sweet Tooth.
Some bad people are still out there. And they don't like you because you're different. It's not just about you and me anymore. You have to be brave.
Oh. Does Sweet Tooth talk?
Guess we'll find out.
Do you not know? Oh, okay.
I have never read this. So
okay.
This is a graphic. This is a series from Jeff Lemire, Canadian, by the way. He's done a lot of stuff. I mean, the Canadians have given us so much when it comes to comic goodness.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds, Todd McFarlane, Jeff Lemire.
It's 3. Things come in 3, so I guess that's good enough.
If we were doing this video, I could name a bunch of them.
Okay.
But right now,
That's how it comes. That's how it is.
So here's the plot summary. Gus, a young boy with Dale features, lives a quiet life in the woods with his father. He learns many things from medical care to religious philosophy. Though he loves his religious father, he yearns to escape, and he learns that there is not fire past the trees, but simply more land.
Okay.
So
this guy...
This is like a coming-of-age story.
And maybe the father, I guess, maybe told the kid you have to stay here because you go too far, you get fired. He found out, oh no, there's other stuff out there. Okay, all right.
And so...
Cool.
The whole idea is that we follow this boy, Sweet Tooth, and the world that is now, that has these children or whatever.
These hybrids, I think.
These hybrids.
Yeah.
Those individuals that we saw are hunting him, or hunting people like him.
Okay.
And
because is it a thing like the thing of people hunting like endangered animals because they believe there's magical powers in them or something?
I do not know, but I just know.
I do realize you said you didn't see this,
but
so yeah.
All I know is they don't like them and they're trying to kill them.
Okay.
So if you read the caption, dubbed some as Mad Max meets Bambi.
Okay. Sure.
So
I want to know if the kid talks. He doesn't have to talk. It would be interesting. I think you get a different feel whether or not Sweet Tooth talks or whether or not he's like mute or whatever, or maybe he talks at the end, or I don't know. Maybe when they do like a full trailer, because this is definitely like a teaser, just kind of giving you a vibe of the world. I'm curious if he's going to talk. I like that. Who's the? He was MacGruber. What's his name?
MacGruber.
Yeah.
That's what you went with?
Yeah, I love MacGruber. The movie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's bad, but I love it.
Wow.
Yeah, I love MacGruber.
I would have went with Last Man on Earth from Fox. Will Forte.
Yeah, Will Forte.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would have went with that. I would not have
MacGruber.
went with MacGruber.
I enjoy
That's
it.
a question for them. Is that a big deal to people?
I don't know.
I never understood the MacGruber thing.
Did you see the movie?
No.
I mean, it's not great,
The
but
thing
I
is,
like it.
I remember the SNL skits, and I was like, and I know people are going to say different things, and I don't give up. I always felt MacGruber was being disrespectful to MacGyver, and I was not the new one, like the original MacGyver.
Yeah,
I was
but like that MacGyver, he was in on the joke because he was in a couple of sketches. He was in at least one sketch.
I understand that, but I always felt I was like, y'all go put some respect. Like, because I don't know, like I always had this childhood affinity for MacGyver. That this is a guy who can do all of these things, and he was like the antithesis. Don't get me wrong, I love Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he
He didn't have to kill 1,000 people.
yes, it was
Right.
it was that we could have both.
Yeah.
So I like that, and then it's like, oh, you're making fun of him? Oh no, I will
Interesting.
not stand for that,
Okay.
and I will not support you.
Okay. Interesting. I never took it as they were making fun of MacGyver. This is just a guy who he wasn't MacGyver.
Yeah.
That's what I was. But
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, MacGruber.
Will Forte. Did you notice him? Because I didn't. James Brolin is in this.
Did we see him?
That's the question, because we saw. I love the cast.
Was he the narrator voice?
I don't think so. So I'm trying to look.
I don't know. This looks interesting. It definitely has my attention.
I like Seth Flynn. He's.
I am curious why it is on Netflix and not HBO Max.
So this is the thing, and I'm quite sure there's going to be.
People in the chat, let us know. Y'all know. Tell us the reason
So
why.
from what I understand, if I remember correctly, this is Jeff Lemire's creator-owned book that Vertigo helped publish.
Okay.
So they don't own this actual thing. It is a DC book. It is under the Vertigo imprint. However, it still belongs to Jeff Lemire, and he was able to work because he owns the rights, so he was able to sell it. And Robert Downey Jr. found this because it's been rumored for a while that Robert Downey Jr. was behind getting this done. And a lot of people, because this book is shot up in price. I don't know exactly how much it's selling for right now, but some sites were listing it. It was one of the hottest books for a while.
Okay.
As far as back issues.
Yeah.
When it was announced Robert Downey Jr. was working on it, and a lot of people were like, "Oh."
They thought maybe he was going to be in it or something?
Not in it, but the fact that Robert Downey Jr. does not make crap, and go ahead. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead, say it. Say it. Nope, you want to say it.
I'm hungry, man. Let's keep
Nah, man,
let's keep going.
I know the movie you're thinking of.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Doolittle.
I ain't got nothing to say. I got nothing to say.
It made money though. So
I don't think it did.
I think it did.
I don't think so.
I think it made for as bad as it was.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was no Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jackie Chan, whatever that trailer we watched was.
I watched that movie because it's on Hulu.
Shame on you.
Boy, it is not good.
I told you.
Hey, man, sometimes you just scrolling through Hulu. It's like, I'll watch it. Woo!
Why? Are you okay?
I'm not. It was something else. I was like, what is this? But anyway, we talking about Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth. So basically, the idea was that if Robert Downey Jr. was getting behind it after numerous things that he's done, and everybody was like, "There's some real money going into this," and then it was going on Netflix, and then the funniest thing is, it was announced so long ago, and there were other things that have been announced and made, and people were like, "Well, where is this?" And now we finally see it, and it looks.
I think it looks cool.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Considering now, I know some people are gonna jump on me. I'm not a real big fan of Lemire's artwork.
Okay.
I love his writing.
Okay.
And I never got into this because I could not get over the fact that that little boy does not look sweet.
I mean, but I think that's the thing, though,
I couldn't
right?
get
Like
over the art.
you know, you might be you're not used to his exterior, but deep
Yeah.
inside, he's a sweet little kid.
Yeah, I didn't get deep inside of the issue.
Okay.
I did not.
Cool.
This was not a story I read.
Uh-huh.
I love Jeff Lemire. I love a lot of his work. But this was one that I did not get. And to friend of the show, James Gilbert's credit, he had always pushed this book.
Okay.
Every time we would talk, when it was out, this is the book he was like, have you read? And I was like, nope. And I see it now, and I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of want to go back and read it. But again, the art was a little off-putting to me.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest with you, it looks amazing. This looks like one of Netflix's best-looking recent shows.
Interesting.
I mean,
Are you like comparing that to like Jupiter's Legacy or something?
like Jupiter's Legacy. I know you. Did you guys do Love, Death, and Robots?
No.
So if you go back and look at the trailer for that, there are certain elements of certain properties that you look and you're like, that looks really good, and then there's certain things you're like, that's okay.
Okay.
This looks really good. This looks like, and I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. This looks like it could have been on HBO Max or Apple, because you know that certain look or feel that certain properties have.
Sure.
That's how it looked, and then you're like, it's on Netflix. Ooh.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah. Did we get a time?
June.
June.
You said
Okay,
June.
cool. Yeah. And when is Jupiter's Legacy?
I want to say May.
Okay. So they got superhero stuff coming out.
Well, they said
month on month. So.
Well, I wouldn't consider it superhero stuff. I would say this
Sorry,
is,
not necessarily superhero, but comic book stuff.
dude,
Graphic novel stuff.
and they've said every week we're dropping something. Remember they did that video, I believe it was The Rock, Black Adam, Deadpool, and Wonder Woman. And
Yeah.
let's see if they can figure it out.
Yeah.
But remember, I think they were the ones who did that first initial trailer, and then they had like clips of everything from
This is
like,
coming up for the whole year or whatever. Yeah.
the whole year. And this is I wonder if this is part of it or this is separate, and they're just talking about movies. But they have a lot of stuff coming out, and this looks good.
Yeah. Let us know if we should be reading this. You guys who have read it, let us know in the chat.
I love comics, but I did not get on board with this.
Okay.
I saw that face, and I was like, that's the devil.
Leroy says that's the devil. Y'all let us
It
know if that's
like
the
it
devil.
looked like it, but I was like,
It's
but
just
now,
a boy.
yeah, man, I was probably one of them people who'd have hunted him. I saw that, but now I see him in all his glory, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Why would you hurt this young innocent boy?
Well, it is interesting because, so as you guys can tell, our eye line, we're looking above the camera for a lot of stuff because we're looking at the Wikipedia page, and the first cover, is this the first cover?
Yeah, this is the first issue.
First cover, that kid looks to be older than the kid that's in the thing, right? So I wonder if the child is going to grow up or if they do seasons.
But again, that's Lemire's artwork, and that's why I said for some stuff his artwork fits, like it hits you right there. This one just didn't get me. He's done some work, and I can click on his page. I can click on this page right here. He's got some stuff that it's just like I love. Black Hammer is amazing. Go check that out. Royal City is one of my favorite things from him. Okay. He's worked for DC and Marvel, Valiant, Descender, and Ascender. So he's got stuff that's great. Essex County, I still think Royal City is some of his best work. It's just basically about a family that has a really messed up situation going on. But this one just didn't get me.
Okay.
So
y'all let us know if you guys are excited for this new show coming out to Netflix. You can always let us know here in the chat on YouTube. You can also follow us on Netflix. Nope.
you want to be on
only,
Netflix.
yeah,
You
not
wanna be on-
Netflix. One day. No, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WTX.com.
Say it into existence.
There we go. Y'all make it happen. Nerds on Netflix. Hashtag news.
Don't steal our idea.
on Netflix.
You should have said that. Now, there should be 37 channels. Nerds on Netflix. Leave it up, man.
There we go.
We'll come up with a better name.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and then we put up new videos, and we're out.